My mother used to keep things that mattered to her on her dresser. Small gifts, handmade items, and bits of nature that she'd picked up throughout her life. She had a squirrel pelt, too. I'm not quite sure where it came from. I remember dog sitting our friend's dog and it grabbing the pelt and tearing it up. I remember sobbing because it was gone, and my mom asking me why. What was the purpose that it could no longer fulfill? I made up answers, but I didn't have one. It was just the anxiety of a thing being lost, whatever it was. I still feel that anxiety. Still keep books I love but will never read again, travel souvenirs, stickers, literally hundreds of rocks picked up during walks. I'm not a hoarder. I'm just scared of letting things go, especially things with a memory attached to them. A candle gifted to me by my brother that I refuse to burn, an old bass boosted headphones that I only use for listening to one song, a t shirt I know I'll never wear, but I can't get rid of because it was gifted to me, the whiteboard that a high school friend wrote on in permanent Sharpie, the friend who I don't talk to anymore. So these things sit in the back of drawers or in boxes under my bed, waiting for the day that I find some use for them, or I'm in the right mood to dig them out and relive the memories. I remember having hundreds of stuffed animals as a kid. I'd gain new ones every time we traveled, or passed a garage sale, or visited a thrift store. Thrift stores were the worst. We would go to get rid of things we no longer needed, and I would always return with more. The allure of a 50-cent price tag irresistible to a child. So many things, from wireless microphones for video I'd never record, and board games probably missing too many pieces to play anyway, to a giant pink stuffed dog that I just couldn't bear to leave without, especially for $1. As I grow older, I still have the urge to go thrifting. It's easy to justify because the things aren't new. Even if I buy it, let it sit on a shelf for a year, and then bring it right back, it's still extended the life of that object, right? It's the worst at the bins, a store where items rejected from the usual thrift store are placed on massive blue bins and sold by the pound. I worked for a thrift store, and I know that this is the last stop. Once those bins have been picked over and are rolled into the back to be replaced with a new one, all those items go into the massive trash compactor, a machine designed to condense all that trash, junk, and memories into the smallest possible amount of waste. How can I not buy that hand tie-dyed shirt or the half-broken welcome to our home sign that I associate with grandparents? To me, these are items that must hold the exact same stories as the items that I could never part with. Every one of the literally thousands of items here belonged to someone, mattered to someone. And now here they are, laying about for one final judgment by a tired mom with more kids than she can afford, or a local teen hoping to find a name brand hoodie he can sell for 50 times what he paid before being cast away forever. I often wonder if my attachment is preservation or burden. I like to think that I keep things because I'm a conscious consumer. I'm not caught up in the horrifying fast fashion capitalist dystopia that everyone else is. I'll save that old iPhone box and that hoodie that's far too small because someday I'll need a box just that size. And maybe I'll take up sewing and make that sweater fit again. But I know that isn't true. The utilitarian excuses I make are just that, excuses. I know that I keep the box because it reminds me of the excitement of that day. And I keep the sweatshirt because I promised my best friend from high school that I'd wear it forever. I don't want to get rid of things because I'm scared of losing not just the memories, but the feelings they gave me. Even the sad memories, the breakup notes, the broken toys. I don't want to let those go either. People move on so fast in today's society, from people, experiences, and things. I like to hold on to all of that. Keep the things that matter to me close, even if I can't keep the people. Usually, the things I associate with happy memories, the concert tickets, the love letters, the homemade gifts, receive prominent places visible in my room, while the darker memories, the medicine bottles, the rejection letters, stay hidden away in boxes or drawers. I keep them all, though, not just the ones that bring me joy. I'm caught in perpetual contradiction, railing against consumer culture while hoarding my own treasures, preaching minimalism while refusing to part with decades of accumulated objects. Maybe it's just fear dressed up as a principle. Maybe it's just that throwing away a gift feels like throwing away a piece of that relationship, even if that relationship has long since faded. And yet, the end result looks so similar. A room full of things, a life cluttered with objects that I both love and resent. In a society that nearly forces us to always keep moving and upgrade our lives as readily as our phones, I find myself surrounded by the complicated and messy, the outdated, the nostalgic, the imperfect moments, and the broken people who shaped who I am.